Hello people of YouTube, hello silver stackers, hello coin roll hunters, welcome to my little corner of the internet. This is Michael from Penny Haven, and first off, if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button, then give it a like, then come back over here and hit that bell icon so you know when my new videos come out. Took me a second. It's been a while since I made a video, actually. This is the first one I'm making in the new year, so happy 2023. I did release one already this year, but that was made a few weeks back. Anyhow, you may remember that a while back, a month and a half, I made a video on buying 1 kilo of silver coins. And I did that again, decided to give it another go. I really enjoyed it the first time. The people that I've dealt with have been very responsive and, quick to send stuff out. Super helpful. Love that. And they say they loved the first video, so hey guys, thanks again. So I really enjoyed the first one. I didn't really keep track of, cost and stuff. I just kind of enjoyed it as the experience as a whole. And for that, it was worth it to me. So now we're going to go into the second one. And I also got an extra, I think, $55 of world coins, little grab bag added on top, and they sent me some cool extras as well that I'm excited to show you. I will tell you, I just weighed everything except for the world silver. That was the add-on, and it came in at 1 kilo and like 73 grams. That does account for some of the packaging. It's minimal packaging. It's mostly loose coins. So enough of me talking. Let's get to the coins. Okay. Before we get to the main kilo of silver coins, I'm going to go ahead and dip into this $55 worth of world silver. Go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, so we've got a 1942 Mercury dime, a few bucks. We've got, I'm seeing some Canadian dimes. $1.75 a piece. These worn ones. Here's an old school Canadian sterling silver dime. A 1906, that's Edward VII. And then I see a 1967 here with the Canadian mackerel. Unfortunately, the other side is just awful. So I'll put those to the side. What was that, about 9 of those? So we got low 20s so far. An Australian sixpence. Can't see the date because there's some verdigris down here. 1916 Switzerland half franc. Pretty dang worn. Scratches. 35% silver. Philadelphia 1943. War nickel. Philippines, 10 centavos. It's got some sort of crud on the front. That could probably be cleaned off with acetone or Verdicare solution as well. That can help with that. I dig this one. Nicaragua, 1927. Very nice. Yeah, also, it's got a bunch of schmutz. We got a Canadian quarter, 1957. It's got 3 gouges out of the sides. And it's messy little gouges. It's obviously post-mint damage. Someone just went and clipped pieces out. It's kind of worthless as a coin. I have an uncle who makes necklaces and jewelry. Maybe I'll give that to him. All right. A Mexican 10% silver peso. I've got about 125 of these right now. This one's in pretty nice shape. I have been putting together some British India coins recently. This is a 1945 half rupee with George VI. It looks like the schmutz is on the outside of this one. That's nice. It's always nice when the schmutz is on the outside. There it is. It's a very nice coin in there. Still some crap on there, but I will rehouse it, and it'll go with my little drawer of Indian coins. And this was pretty dang cool. An 1893 quarter real. I'm familiar with these. I've got a few of the small ones with this, the mountain range reverse. I've got one with some really nice blue toning, but I do not have one with this rearing lion on the obverse. So that's pretty cool. This is not a highly sought after or highly valued coin, out in the world, but I love it, so I'm going to put a much higher value on it than, the market would. And then there's this. I love this. I collect Israeli silver commemorative coins. I have quite a few. This one's great. It's my birth year, 1978, Independence Day coin. Beautiful tree of life. Unfortunately, these government-issued commemorative coins were put in PVC plastic for quite some time. So it's got just, damage. It's got a slimy feel to it. Might try to figure out the best way to try to save this coin. Otherwise I'm just going to, I'm going to have to get it out of this. I like the card, I like the thing, but the PVC just ruins the coin. You can see it's got all sorts of verdigris growing. We'll see. Okay. So that's that. On to the kilo. Actually, before we get that, I'm going to show you another extra that they sent me. This one's really cool. It was in a bag that said genuine jade, and it had a very old tag from China on it. Pretty cool little necklace. I did a poll on Twitter, and no one really, not many people chimed in to tell me what kind of animal they thought it was. On this side, I kind of think it looks like a bat. But on this side, I'm thinking more like a moth. I don't know. What do you think? I also, had to look up jade because I thought it was all green. Apparently, it does come in a range of colors. Also got this, a little sterling silver fork with Pinocchio and the donkey on it. It says Pinocchio with donkey, collectible silver fork. So when I had written spoon, you just make that assumption. You see more commemorative collectible spoons than forks, and made it fork. Duchess silver plate. So it's not a sterling silver spoon, it's silver plated. A couple more. Also got the little flag. Now this, ta-da, looks like a nice gold brooch. This is actually, the brand is Trifari. This is a pretty popular vintage costume jeweler. So this is gold-colored metal. These are fake pearls. There are buyers for Trifari jewelry. If it had all the pearls, it'd be easier. I can probably find replacement fake pearls. And this one, I've always thought these were kind of cool. I have one of a British penny. This is a cutout coin. Oh, that's a nice little effect there. Pretty well done. Very cool. Nice effect. And now I have one. Free bonus. 45. I don't know if they're putting a value of 45 on that. I would beg to differ. All right. Now we get on to a bunch of U.S. silver. You know what? You know that old saying, it's later than you think? It's later than I thought. I'm going to go have dinner. I'll come back to this later. And we're back. Time to see the rest of the silver. Got some war nickels here. 6 of them. This one's kind of nice. I've got a little war nickel display. I'll see if this one has a place in it. We have 3. That one's a 74. We have 3 Eisenhower dollars. All right, so there are a couple ways to figure out if your Eisenhower dollars are clad or 40% silver. First way is to look at the edge. If they're clad, you will almost always see a copper color within the rim. These look just silver colored. Maybe not that one, but the other way, to be more certain, I checked and my Sigma metals tester doesn't do 40%. So you go by weight. The 40% silver one should weigh around 24.6. grams, and the copper nickel should weigh in at about 22.6, so there's a 2-gram difference. Silver. Clad. Silver. So I got 2 silvers and 1 clad. That's the one I thought looked a little suspicious. Okay. So I got 2 40% Ikes. Next up, got a proof set. Normally, I wouldn't get too excited about the blue ones, but this one at least has the 40% silver JFK. Speaking of 40% silver JFKs, here's a bag of them, and there are 30 in this bag. Okay, and we've got some Mercs. Super dark. This one's basically junk. Looks like it's been scraped around in a parking lot. This one's from the teens. I was about to say, if it's this worn, you'd want it to be an old one. 27. This one's from the 40s. It's just lived a rough life. This guy can go over here. And I'll take a closer look at this one. I think it's a 15. See if I need it for a place filler. My first Mercury dime book is full, aside from the 16D. 1918 S. I did need that one for this backup book. Just a little place saver. 1918 S, 19.3 million minted. We've got 20 Roosevelt dimes. Let's see how these are. A decent mix. This one's kind of roached. Other than that, they're pretty good. Oh, and this one. The whole rim is bent up here on the bottom. So 18 Roosevelt dimes. We did get 2 Barber dimes. Let's see what we've got here. A 1913 and a 1914. The 1914 is a Denver. Some quarters. We have here 8 Standing Liberty quarters. I did go through these and count previously, and I have them all entered into a U.S. coin silver calculator that shows me what the value of all of the silver in this pack is. And these, unfortunately, I went through them. There are no dates on any of them. So I have recently started a Standing Liberty quarter book, but these are no good to me for that. Maybe I'll toss one in a grab bag here or there. They're cool if no one has gotten a Standing Liberty quarter before, but they don't do me any good for my book. They're just silver discs. And here we have 4 Washington quarters, all 1943, all in AU condition. That's pretty cool. We've got a Denver, a Philly. We've got a Denver and 3 Phillies, all 43. I'll see if those 2 types will be an upgrade in my Washington album. Speaking of the Washington quarters, I also got a half tube of 90% silver Washington quarters. So that would be 20. Speaking of half dollars, I got this 1933 San Francisco half dollar. Turns out I did need this one. So that's always nice. 1.75 million minted. Not that bad. On the lower side, in decent shape. So I'm happy with that. I haven't put any concerted effort into these albums for a while. I've got a pretty good start though. And we've got 1 Franklin half dollar. The capsule seems to be in pretty dang good shape. Unfortunately, I have like a perfect 63 specimen in my album already, but this isn't all about albums. This is a really nice coin. And we have a commemorative $50. You may recognize this box. You see these quite a bit out there. Oddly enough, I never owned one, so this is cool. 90% silver commemorative George Washington $50. Let's see what the mintage of these are. Doesn't give a mintage, does it? Speaking of commemoratives, we've got this Wright Brothers commemorative 90% silver dollar here. These are pretty nice. This will go into my box of commemorative silver dollars, Israeli silver coins, and sterling silver odds and ends. I have a box that this just falls into that category. Turns out I just bought a bag full of these from a coin shop the other day. About 10 for 220, so $22 a piece. And an 1892 Philly Morgan. And will wonders never cease? I need it. So that was a very good pull by them. What are the chances?
Here's the hard part.
There we go. Gonna slide right in there. And I have, the 3 Whitman Bookshelf Morgan albums. Got a goodly amount of coins in each of them. And I've just gone about with a condition does not matter approach for initially filling it. I've got a 1890 Carson City. Lucky enough to have a couple other Carson Cities in the other albums, but yeah, need to get back to work on these. And now we're coming down to the end. Right to the end, in fact. We have this nice little presentation case. This is United States USO silver dollar. So another one of those 90% silver commemorative dollars. I like the reverse. 50 years service to service people. Unfortunately, it says either if or 1F up here, and the remnants of a sticker. It's going to take some value out of it. So down to the nitty-gritty. I didn't do this the first time because I was just enjoying the whole experience and just unwrapping it and showing it to you. This time I did go to the trouble of entering each type of coin I got and, the percentage of silver and everything into a US coin silver calculator, and it came up with right around $400 worth of silver. And numismatic value is going to add some to that, but it's still going to be a mark shy of what I paid. So it's a nice experience to get a bunch of silver at once and to get a variety chosen for you. It's got the same appeal to me as a grab bag. Just I enjoy not knowing what you're going to get. With grab bags, I go in knowing that, I'm not going to get what I paid, but I would have liked to have gotten a little closer to what I paid on this. That being said, I'm still happy overall with the service from this company, and I will purchase things from them in the future. But please do check them out. I'll have links to their eBay store down below. They've got a lot of cool items on there. So, it's time to sign off. I want to thank my YouTube channel members. I want to thank my Patreon supporters. This is Michael from Penny Haven. Happy hunting.